A judge just threw out a sexual harassment lawsuit against Will Smith. The case was filed by violinist Brian King Joseph back in 2021. But what Joseph claimed happened and what the judge decided are two completely different stories. So here's what we're unpacking. A musician goes public with allegations against one of Hollywood's biggest names. The lawsuit gets filed, discovery happens, documents drop, and then the judge basically says none of it holds up. But before you think this is a clean win for Smith, there's a detail about how this case fell apart that changes everything about what actually went down between these two. Let's rewind to 2021. Brian King Joseph is a classically trained violinist. He's not a random person. He's worked in Hollywood. He knows the scene. He knows how power moves in that world. Joseph claims that Will Smith sexually harassed him on the set of a project they were working on together. Specific allegation: inappropriate touching and comments of a sexual nature. Joseph files the lawsuit in Los Angeles County Superior Court. The claim is straightforward. Smith allegedly created a hostile work environment. Joseph demands damages. The case gets a case number. Attorneys get assigned. Discovery begins. But here's where most coverage stops paying attention. That's exactly when things get weird. But here is what every outlet glossed over. The judge didn't dismiss this because Smith proved he was innocent. The judge dismissed it on a technical procedural ground. That's different. That's important, because it means the truth of what Joseph alleged never actually got tested in court. When a case gets dismissed on procedural grounds, it usually means one side messed up the paperwork or didn't follow the rules of civil litigation. In this situation, documents show that Joseph's legal team had issues with service. Basically, they didn't properly notify Smith's defense team, according to California's strict procedural rules. Smith's lawyers filed a motion. The judge granted it. Case dismissed, no trial, no discovery finished, no depositions completed. Now here's the thing nobody's talking about online. Joseph could theoretically refile. California law allows that. But the cost to relitigate, that's another $50,000 to $100,000 in legal fees. For a musician suing a billionaire actor, that math gets really hard really fast. Twitter blew up with takes. Some people said this proves Smith is innocent. Other people said this proves the system protects rich people. Both takes are missing the actual story. The actual story is that a procedural dismissal proves nothing about what actually happened. It only proves that one side followed the rulebook better than the other. Smith's camp released a statement. "We're pleased the case has been dismissed." That's lawyer speak for "we won on a technicality." Joseph has been silent since the dismissal. His social media hasn't posted anything about it, no statements from his legal team. No appeals filed yet. And that silence? It tells you something about his options moving forward. Here's what the actual court documents show. The dismissal order is dated May 7th, 26. The judge's reasoning cites California Code of Civil Procedure, Section 415(10), Service of Process Requirements. Smith's legal team, led by his standard Hollywood defense firm, documented that Joseph's process server didn't complete proper service on Smith's registered agent. Joseph's filing was technically defective. The court record shows no counterclaims were filed by Smith, no admission of liability, no settlement, just a procedural exit. When Smith's publicist commented, they said the actor looks forward to moving forward. Nobody from Joseph's camp has spoken publicly since the dismissal became public. Here's the take. Procedural dismissals protect the wealthy way more than they protect regular people. Will Smith's legal team had the resources to catch a technicality that buried the case before the merits ever got argued. If you're Brian King Joseph, a working musician with limited resources, you have to decide if you can afford to refile. Most people can't. Most people don't. That's not justice. That's not injustice either. It's just how civil litigation actually works. The system rewards preparation and money, not truth-telling. Smith didn't have to prove anything happened or didn't happen. His lawyers just had to find a box Joseph didn't check. They did. Case over. This matters because it's the same playbook every high-profile defendant uses. Get it dismissed on procedure before discovery, before the other side can subpoena emails or texts or witnesses, before uncomfortable depositions. The judge didn't exonerate Smith. The judge just gave him an early exit. Joseph got blocked from his day in court. Neither side got what they came for, just different reasons why. This is how celebrity lawsuits actually work behind closed doors. Subscribe because next week, we're breaking down the legal strategy Hollywood firms use to bury cases before trial. And we've got leaked internal memos from 3 major firms showing exactly how they do it. You're going to want to see the receipts.